How's everyone doing?
All right, good. How are you?
Great, can't complain.
Russell, just the first interception that you had on the throw to Tyler, just odd to see a kind of play like that with you. What kind of happened on that play?
I just missed him. I got to get my eyes in front and make a better throw. It was really that simple. It was a great play, great play call. Tyler did a great job. Just missed,
You've obviously been David Moore. They've promoted off. What have you seen from him in practice and all that?
Well, David Moore has been great at practice. He's really developed since he's came here. He's really gotten better and better every day, every week. He's a guy that can really run really well. He's a strong player. He's got strong hands. Can catch the ball. Can catch anything you throw to him. So that's a big pickup for us to bring him on board and let him play ball.
Taking yourself out of the conversation, who are the best running quarterbacks you've ever seen?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, man. I would say Michael Vick for sure. I would say Steve Young was great. I think Randall Cunningham was really good too as well. Warren, I don't know how good you were at running. You could throw it though. But there were some really good ones back then for sure. I would say Tarkington was really great too. I didn't get to see him. I've seen film of him. So those are the people that I would say. Donovan McNabb was great too.
Where have you learned that, okay, if I'm going to go for the first down here, I'm going to get horizontal and avoiding hits and all those little nuances you do at the end of plays?
Yeah, that's just football knowledge. I think that's just playing ball. That's just being young and playing in the snow when you're young. That's going outside and playing recess. That's Little League football. Those are all the things that you just do and just love the game. And that's just more than anything, it's want to. I think all that. You got to want to win. I think those are the fundamental things you have to do.
When you're running for a first down and the first down is in sight, do you peek over at the sticks, or do you kind of have a feel for where that is?
Most of the time, I just know where it is. Sometimes you kind of see and you kind of quick glance, but usually it's one of those things where you're running fast, they're running fast. You don't really have time to peek over there. You kind of just got to find a way to get there. It's like if cars are coming, you're gonna look right, or you shouldn't get across the street. It's one of those things you got to get across the street. So I think that's kind of one of the things that that's how I kind of play. I just try to get as much as I can and try to do everything I can to get the first down.
Do you think this is sustainable? The running game, how you're running, and the lack of a traditional running game is sustainable? Your offense can produce through this?
Well, the reality is we're not running our best right now. That's the truth, right? We're not running our best. The truth of it, though, is we can be better, and that's what we look forward to. I don't worry about what happened last week or the weeks before or whatever. We're worried about this week, and I think that sustainability. I know what sustainable is winning. And do whatever we can to win. I think that's our thought process. That's our focus. And we got a lot of great players. We got some great running backs. Have they played their best yet? Not yet. And it's not necessarily because of them. It's all of us. We got to play better. And I think that we can just stay the course and just keep believing in what we're doing. We've been able to run the ball effectively when we need to, for the most part, in certain runs, and sometimes we haven't. So I think our focus is just trying to find a way. The next run is the most important run, not the last 10, not the last 100, not the last however many we've run. It's the next one, and that's really got to be our focus.
Pete talked about how much he trusts you to stay out of danger and not, take care of yourself. Is it ever hard, temptation-wise, though, knowing, to get down or, to sometimes want to take a chance at doing things, but that might put you in position to get hit or anything?
Yeah, no, it's not really difficult. You got guys trying to take you out there. It's pretty the smart decisions to get down. I think for me, I just try to get as much as I can. I try to move on to the next play, and try to find a way. If it's fourth down, you got to do what you got to do, But the reality is, I'm trying to get back up so I can go for the next play and the next drive and the next series and the next game, So that's really, you got to be really smart, and I think that's really kind of my thought process on all that, is trying to be smart and trying to be a smart football player and help our football team win. I think the more that I'm on my feet and able to actually, not wobble around the field or be hurt or sit on the sidelines, the better that we can be as a group. And, so that's kind of how you know, in the sense of how I think about it. You got to be smart when you're playing quarterback. You can't just take unnecessary hits. Sometimes there are such things as necessary hits, in my opinion. You know, you got to find a way, and you got to be smart about it. You got to know who you're taking on. You know, I'm not going to try to run over somebody who's 300 pounds. I'm going to try to run around them. But if it's somebody, you know, that's, you know, more my size, then I'll try to find a way to get a first down.
Does your baseball background help with the sliding?
It does. That's a huge critical part. I think playing multiple sports is a very, very big thing in terms of getting those extra yards, also being smart, getting down, the ability to quickly slide too. You know, when you hit a ball in the gap, you got to get to second base. You got to get there fast, and you also got to know where to slide and how to get around the tag and everything else. And then also sometimes I don't really like sliding head first. I never did, even when I was playing baseball. But sometimes there's a necessary time, like the other night when I had to get the first down. You know, so you got to be smart how you do it, and I think all those things are critical.
You said a lot of times that while you are scrambling, you're looking to throw and get it to the guys further downfield. But how do you balance knowing when you've waited long enough and when you've got the open lane to run?
Well, there's times where I have an open lane to run, but I also trust the guy that's down the field. So I'm looking for a chance to give him a chance, you know, because I think they have a great chance of making a great play and getting us big chunks of yardage, 30, 40, 50 yards at times, whatever, how much it may be. And so I think for me, it's kind of just a happy medium. I'd rather throw the ball and let them catch and run, let Doug Baldwin catch and run, let Tyler Lockett and Paul Richardson and Jimmy Graham and Luke Wilson and Nick Vanette and all those guys and catch and do their thing. For me, it's, you know, once you kind of cross the line and you obviously can't throw it anymore, then that's a definite reason to stop throwing it. And then from there, it's just trying to make smart decisions. And, you know, what is the scenario? Is it 3rd and 1? If I have a guy wide open, I'm going to take it. If it's, you know, 3rd and 1 and the guy's it's kind of tight, and we'll go ahead and pick up the first down and keep the chains moving.
Did you see the video of the Atlanta game where your pump fake caused the defender to fall down 15 yards downfield?
Yeah, that's the one I scrambled out to the right with Luke. Yeah, I saw that. You know, I think that guy's in a tough position, right? I mean, because you have Luke going down the field, which is going to be a big gain if I can get it to him, and then it's kind of like 2-on-1 basketball a little bit. So that's kind of how I look at that.
Falling down. Wasn't that rather? I mean, from your basketball days, that's a pretty good pump fake when the guy's dropping. 15
Yeah,
yards.
you know, I think more than anything, it was good because we were able to get a huge first down there. We needed it, so.
Russ, how has this offense evolved from the last time you played the Niners in week 2?
Well, that was funny because I was talking about that today. I think that, you know, when you watch the 49ers on film, they've really evolved, first of all. I think that when you watch their defense, and they played us pretty tight last game. It was a really tight game. We found a way. But they've really evolved, and you can see that on film. They look great. They look like they're making plays and everything else. And then, you know, for us, I also talked about how we've been evolving in, from week 1 to week 2 to week 3 to all the way to now. We've made a lot of great plays. We've done a lot of great things. Guys are really playing at a high level, catching the ball, and then you know, I thought Mike did a really good job running the ball last week. I think J.D. McKissick looks great and doing everything. There's some impressive things that we're doing, and so we got to stay the course. You know, like I was saying earlier, going back to kind of the run statement I made earlier. You know, the key to evolving is just focusing on the moment. Is focusing on the next opportunity. And so many people get lost in the shuffle on that. I think that's where we are, you know, and I think that's where we are in the sense of growth, and that's what we've done before so many times and so many times so well, is just focusing on the moments and continue to evolve and continue to progress and continue to love the journey that you're on. And so I think that's why our offense is doing really good right now, because we have a lot of guys who've played a lot of football, guys who have been here for a while now, and guys who have done some great things and understand that process and enjoy that process.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys. Go Hawks.